Good morning, everyone. Last we have studied about the short circuit code generation for the Boolean expression. So, if there is a Boolean expression which is having the either the nested Boolean expression or the Boolean expression in the form of or and, so this type of a statement is not available in the 3 address code. So, therefore, we need to convert it into the 7 given form of the 3 address code. This we have already studied that we use a short circuit code generation for the Boolean expression, which require 2 phases. In the first phase, we give the labels to the jumping statements, and in the second phase, we replace the labels with the addresses of the Boolean expression line. So the problem with this technique is it takes lots of time and space to convert the Boolean expression into the 3 address code. So to remove this problem, use a technique that is called as backpatching process. So in the backpatching process, instead of writing the labels, we leave the blanks and fill them the letter while executing the parse tree, right? So we can see this particular code. The high level language code is written as if x is less than 100 or x is greater than 200 and x is not equals to y. So the code which is written for the back patching with the blank spaces is if x is less than 100, then go to blank, then else go to blank, and in the line 103 what we have written, if x is greater than 200, then go to blank, 104 go to blank, and in 105 if x is not equals to y, then go to blank, and 106 it is also go to blank. Ignore the labels that are written L3 and N4, it is not written there, right? So for the back patching process, first of all we have to draw the parse tree for this particular statement. So let's draw the parse tree. So suppose this is a statement B, Boolean expression, and there are 2 conditions given to this Boolean expression. Let's first condition is B1. This is B1, right? And in the B1 we have a condition x is less than 100, right? This is the expression given to us as a first condition. Now we have or, and then another condition is given. So suppose another condition is represented by B4, and again it has a 2 conditions, right? So first condition is suppose again I'm drawing it. It was a mistake in the previous drawing. So the B1 has x is less than 100, right? And this condition is or with another condition, and we are representing this condition with, let's take B4. Fine. Now B4 is again having 2 conditions. B2, and B2 is basically what? X is greater than 200, right? Now B2 is and with, so B2 is and with one more condition, and let's represent that condition as B3. And what is B3? B3 is if x is not equals to. So x is not equals to y. So this is the parse tree that we have drawn for the given Boolean expression, right? So the Boolean expression was x is less than 100 or x is greater than 200 and x is not equals to y. So we have drawn the parse tree for that. And the parse tree, now scan the parse tree from left to right. Now before scanning the parse tree, we have to consider three lists, or we have to design three lists. What are these three lists? List number one, you have to make a true list. Now, where will you make these three? Where will you make the true list? True list will be made at the reduction point. What is the reduction point? V1 is the reduction point. V2 is the reduction point. V3 is the reduction point. V4 is the reduction point, and V is the reduction point. So at every reduction point, we'll make two lists. One is the true list, another is the false list. Now, what the true list will contain? It denotes address of two statements, right? So it denotes address of true statement, and another list that you are going to make is a false list. Now what false list would contain? False list. And what false list will contain? False list will denote address of false statement. Okay? Address of false statement. Apart from that, we'll make one more list that is called as M list. By default, this list will contain none. Later we'll see what we are going to store in this particular list, right? So these three lists we need to create at every reduction point, right? So which means at B1 I will make a true list and I will make a false list. Fine. So let's scan the tree left to right. Now suppose I have started scanning tree from left to right. So I've taken this particular statement. What is the statement? X is less than 100. Where is it written? It is written at the line number say 101. Fine. So if it is written at the line number 101 and if this statement is true, where will you jump if this statement is true? So where this particular statement is written? This statement is written at the line number 101. Fine. Now if this statement is true, so the true statement is written at the line number 1, and where the else statement is written, so the else statement is written at the line number 102. So the true list will contain the address of the true statement and the false list will contain the address of the false statement, that is else statement, right? Now we have scanned x is less than 100, fine, or now with or we'll make one more list that is called as M list, and by default this list is containing what? This list is containing none, right? So you are scanning the another statement. Now what is the another statement? If this statement is false, which statement is false? X is less than 100 is false, then you'll perform the B2, that is x is greater than 200. Now first of all, if x is less than 100 is true, then we'll go to blank, right? And if x is less than 100 is false, which is written at the line number 102, which statement we are going to execute? We are going to execute B2 statement, right? What is the line number of the B2 statement? 103. So what we'll do, we'll write the false. What is the false condition? What is the false condition? False line number? 102, and where we are going to jump if this statement is false at the line number 103. So at the false line, we'll go to, if the statement is false, we'll go to line number 103. So where we'll write the 103? At the line number 102. After go to, we'll write 103. So let's start writing the code now. So at the line number 101, what I have written, if x is less than 100, then go to blank. At line number 102, what is written? Go to blank, right? But I know that from the scanning of the parse tree, we have come to know that if the x is less than 100 is false, then we'll move to the statement B2. And where this statement is written, the first condition of the statement is written if x is greater than 200, and where it is written? It is written at the line number 103. So what I'll do, I'll write 103 at this line number. Now complete this statement. This statement is true, then go to blank, right? And at line number 104, I have written the false condition, that is go to blank. At line number 105, what I have written, if x is not equals to y, then go to blank. Go to blank. और इसका else क्या है? At 106, I have written go to blank. Fine. Now see carefully. For the first condition, which is in the or with the remaining 103 to 106 line, if x is less than 100, then go to statement, go to blank. And if this statement is false, then we'll execute the AND condition. And from where this AND condition is started at the line number 103. So in false go to, I have written 103. Fine. Okay. Now we'll make true list and false list for B2. So I'm making a true list and false list for B2. So true list for B2 and false list for B2. I'm talking about B2. I'm talking about B2, right? So true list and false list for B2. Where the condition of B2 is written, it is written at the line number 103. So true list will contain the address of the true statement, and where the false else statement is written, it is written at the line number 104. So the false list will contain address of the false statement, that is 104. Now with AND, we have to make M list, right? Now go back to the previous M list, which is written with the OR statement. Now let's see, if the B1 is false, then we'll go to execution of the B2 condition. And where the B2 condition is written? B2 condition is written at 103. So the M list will contain now 103. So what the M list will contain? The M list will contain what will be the value of M list? The M list will contain address of the next instruction, right? Address of the next instruction. Fine. So if the B1 is false, what is the address of the next instruction? 103. So the M will contain 103 when it is OR operation. Now, if the B2 is true, if the B2 is true and the operation is AND, which means if the B2 is true, we have to check B3. We are not talking about false. If B2 is true, then we have to check B3. So what the M will contain here? The M will contain address of B3. What is address of B3? 105. I hope you are getting this concept. Address of the next instruction to be executed. If the B1 is false, because it is a OR operation, B2 will be executed only when B1 is false. So that is why M is containing 103. Here, B2 and B3 are joined with the AND operation. So if the B2 is true, we have to execute B3. If the B2 is false, then we'll come back, we'll exit from this particular condition. We need not to check B3 then, right? Because AND में क्या होता है कि अगर एक भी condition false है तो आप loop के बाहर आ जाओगे. So if the B2 is true, then we have to execute B3. Where the B3 is written? At 103. So that is why the M list will contain the address of the next instruction, and that is 103. Fine. Now we'll create the list of B3. True list and false list. Now where B3 is written? B3 is written at line number 105. So true list will contain 105. Where the false statement is written? The false statement is written at 106 line. So the false statement will contain, the false list will contain line number 106. So I hope this much is clear to you. Now where we have reached, we have scanned till B3. M list is already formed. Now we have reached to B4. Now we have to create a true list for B4 and false list for B4. Fine. So write down the rule for the B4. What B4 will contain? B4 will contain the address which is written at the M list. What is the address of the M list? That is 105. Address of the M list, that is 105. And what the false list will contain of the B4 node? This particular reduction will contain the false list of B2 union false list of B3. So which means what it does, it will contain 104 and 106. Now again I'm repeating. At the final reduction of the AND condition, the true list will contain the address which is written in the M list, and the false list will contain union of the false list of B2 and false list of B3. Now B4 reduction is completed. You will go to B, final statement B. Now we have to create again true list for B and false list for B. Now there is a rule for B. What is the rule? False list will contain what? False list will contain, I'm talking about false list of B, right? What will be contained by the false list of B? It is containing the same as list of B4. You have to copy the list of B4 to the B as it is, right? And what the true list will contain? It will contain true line of B1, true list of B1, union, true list of, true list union, M list of B2, sorry, B4, right? So this will be the true list and false list. Now let's make the true list for B. So what the true list will contain? True list will contain true list of B1, that is 101, and M list of B4, that is 105. Or you can call it as, true list of B4. ठीक है? Or true list of B4. So now false list. False list of B will contain list of B4. So list of B4, what is contained by the list of B4? It is 104 and 106. Fine. So this is the parse tree of the backpatching. Fine. So this is the parse tree of the backpatching. If we'll see, this code again, what this code will contain now? यहाँ पर if this statement is true, where will you jump? At 105? Where will you jump? At 105. And if this statement is true, then we have no idea where to jump. And if this statement is false, we have no idea where to jump. And similar with this statement, where we have to jump. How much we have completed? We have completed, if this or condition is false, then we have to execute and condition. And if the first and condition is true, the condition which is written in the and is true, then we have to jump to line number 105 to execute the second condition. Right? Now let's take a code and try to make the complete code, 3 address code for that with the help of backpatching. Right? So suppose the condition is given to you, if x is less than 100, we are taking same statement, or x is greater than 200 and x is not equals to y. This is the condition given to you. Now we are starting the 3 address code. 100 if at the 100 line we have written, if x is less than 100, then go to. Okay. Now go to where? Go to and condition starting of the, go to where? Suppose I have written line number 103. What will I write in the line number 103? You will see later. Now, if this statement is not true, then I have taken a flag T1. Actually, what am I doing? The first condition, which is x is less than 100, I am representing by T1. X is greater than 200, I am representing by T2. And x is not equals to y, I am representing with T3. Now, if x is less than 100 is true, then the value of T1 will be 1. If x is less than is false, then value of the T1 will be 0. Right? So, at line number 102, what I have written? 104. Now in line number 103, what I have written? T1 is equal to 1, which means the condition is true. Now see, if x is less than 100, go to T1, which means the condition is true, T1 will be 1, right? Now, if x is less than 100 is false, the value of T1 will be 0, and where will you jump? You will jump at the line number 104. And what is written in the line number 104? The condition which is starting with the x is 100 greater than 200, and it is and with some other condition, right? So if x is greater than 200, then go to where to go to execute x is not equals to y. So I've counted the line, I've written the address 107, and obviously this address, from where this address is got with the help of parse tree, right? So at line number 105, I have written T2 is equal to 0. If this condition is false, T2 is equal to 0. I've already told you that T1 is represented by x is less than 100. T2 is represented by x is greater than 200. So at line number 106, what I have written? At line number 106, I have written go to 108. 108 is what? It is the condition where you need to jump. It is the line number where you need to jump. T2 equals to 1. Right? So T2 equals to 1. Now line number 108, what will you do? If x is not equals to y, then go to if it is false, then go to 112. One thing is written here 112. That is exit from the program. Exit condition, right? At triple one, T3 equals to 1. Fine. If x is not equals to y, go to triple one. That is T3 is equal to 1. If x is not equals to y is false, then T3 is equal to 0 and go to 112. What I have written at 112, T4 equals to T2. T2 is what? First condition, first and condition, x is greater than 100, x is greater than 200, and T3. Fine. And what is written at 113? T5 equals to T4 or T1. Fine. So if first condition is true, go to line number 103. If first condition is false, then go to line number 104 and execute this. Fine. So this is the code in the form of 3 address code. Now you can practice the condition I'm giving you as the assignment. If A is less than B and C is less than D or E is less than F. You can practice this and you can design the 3 address code for this Boolean expression. I hope this is clear, this concept is clear to you, how to execute the Boolean expression or how to convert the Boolean expression in 3 address code.